Hi everyone, welcome. My name is Esther Eckhart and today I'm going to show you a few stretches that are good to do when you work on the computers for big parts of your day. So my recommendation is to do something before you start, when you've got a break, and at the end of the day. So the first exercise I'd like to show you is down dog against the wall. So you're going to stand against the wall, placing your hands about hip height, and then gently engage your abdominals a little and walk your feet away, pressing into your hands. Your fingers are spread. You want your feet to end up more or less underneath your hips and pressing into the hands, rolling your upper arms down, out and down. Take your front lower ribs in a little, stretch away through the hips, and don't let your head hang. Press the back of your head up with your chin slightly tucked. And breathe here. Focus on your breath. Pressing into your hands. Your legs are engaged, so draw the upper thighs up and take those hips away from the wall as you press into your hands. And keep pressing the back of your head towards the ceiling. Don't do that. Breathe into the upper rib cage. Mid back, upper back, opening the chest on the breath. You can stay here for about 10 to 15 breaths. And really, length is important. So don't be too quick in this. After you've done 10 to 15 breaths, use your stomach muscles and you walk your feet back against the wall. That's the way to come out. Okay, so I would recommend repeating this pose for about 3 times. Yeah, and again, it's important to stay in there. It really helps to open the upper body up. In between the 3 times of this pose, you could interlace your hands behind you and roll the top of the shoulders back. Draw the tailbone down, and on an in-breath, lift your elbows and then begin to extend your arms. Don't collapse the front of your shoulders forward. Again, the back of your head is pressing back a little. Lift the heart, keep your lower front ribs soft and keep the tailbone down to not overextend overarch your lower back. Letting go. And then you do the same thing with your hands crossed the other way. So the other thumb is on top. Again, lifting your elbows and extending your arms. Okay. So in total, 2 to 3 times the down dog against the wall. So after you've done this one, you do another down dog against the wall. And then you bring the arms up parallel to the floor, turn the palms up, and all you do is just reach out through both hands. And if there's any tightness in one of your arms, you'll feel it. It'll stretch. So if you don't feel anything with this, then maybe you don't need to do this. But if you do, if one side feels different than the other, it's definitely a good idea. So breathe. And you could stay in this stretch for about 2 to 5 minutes. And if it's really painful, and it could easily be quite painful, especially if stuff is going on between the little and ring finger and along the outside of your arms to that, then maybe build it up. So you might stay for 1 minute to begin with and then work your way up. But if you feel this, then it's a really good stretch for you. Okay. And then I would suggest doing that other down dog against the wall. And then the last exercise would be to stand close enough to the wall. For this exercise, it's really important to keep the front of your shoulders back. So take the left shoulder back And then reach your left arm behind you, place the palm flat against the wall, and then turn the body back to face the front. So don't let this shoulder collapse. Keep it back. So you really feel the left shoulder blade onto the back. Bottom of the shoulder blade might curl in. Do keep your abdomen strong, your lower ribs soft, and feel that stretch along the arm and the shoulder. And again, you can stay here for about 10 breaths. And never force it. If your arms and shoulders are quite painful, you want to build up. So if it's painful, you only maybe hold for 2 or 3 breaths. And you slowly build up to about 10 breaths. Okay, and to come out of this, you turn to the wall. And you release your arm. And then you do the other side. Okay, so these are really good stretches. They will really change your shoulder and arm life if things have started to become painful. But you'll have to do them. So my recommendation again is before you start, during a break, at the end of the day. And especially at the end of the day, your night will be easier because this whole area will be opener, looser, and you'll have less aches and pains. Okay, let me know how you get on with this and hope you enjoyed it. Thank you for joining me.